Well, many thanks for staying with us. You're watching the news update on Galaxy Television. I am Justin Akadoni. The chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, has appealed for a peaceful conduct of the Kogi State governorship election and the Kogi West senatorial rerun poll. He made the appeal at a meeting with stakeholders in Kogi State. He told the gathering that the commission is ready for the polls. The rec in charge of the Kogi election disclosed that material for the election will be deployed in the next 24 hours. Mahmoud and Julius Apam spoke to newsmen in Abuja. Like the INEC chairman, NYC Director General Shaib Ibrahim also cautioned against violence to avoid instilling fears in the core members who are expected to deliver a credible poll. Well, joining us on Galaxy News this hour is the Chief Press Secretary to the Chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Rotimi Oyekanmi. Many thanks for joining us on Galaxy News.
Thank you for having me.
In Kogi State and, of course, in Bayelsa State. So far, what can you tell us as regards preparations?
Oh, preparations started a long time ago. We recall that on 16th of May, we issued the timetable and schedule of activities with 4 activities listed in that timetable and schedule. And so far, we have carried out 12 of it. And I think we have just 2 more, which is the end of campaign, which probably will be midnight today, and then the election tomorrow. And all the materials needed for the elections have been delivered. I'm talking about the non-sensitive material and even the sensitive materials. What is happening right now as I speak is that materials are moving from the central bank to the rack centers, and all the ad hoc staff needed for the elections have been trained. All the security personnel that are needed for the election have been deployed and also trained. There is a code of conduct for security agencies on how to treat the voters, how to treat journalists, and how to treat observers. There are great times of engagement and providing access to polling unit area, to collation centers, and all of that. Smart card readers will be used. The smart card readers have been configured and they will be available at all polling units. All voters must have permanent voters card and they must present themselves for the protocols. That is, they must be accredited and be allowed to, once they are accredited, they will be allowed to vote. So it will be the system of simultaneous accreditation and voting. As usual, we are not going to allow folds in the voting cubicles. We are not going to allow vote buying and trading around the polling unit area or anywhere at all. Right.
All right, if I should come in at this juncture, tell us more concerning, card readers and, of course, deployment of ad hoc staff. In the last elections that we had, the general elections across state, there were some issues as regards some of the ad hoc staff not exactly knowing how to handle some emergency situations that came in at those at some polls in the country. So what have you done as regards Kogi and Bayelsa State to mitigate against those challenges?
Well, for 2019, we had allegations that some of the ad hoc staff in some polling units were substituted. That means some that were not trained were brought in at the last minute, maybe in terms of those that were trained that didn't turn up or something like that. But this time, we are taking adequate measures to ensure that only those ad hoc staff that were trained are going to man the polling units. And how do you determine that an ad hoc staff is trained? The ad hoc staff will have a letter of appointment, and the letter will state the responsibilities and the remuneration. And it is also to check any attempt by anybody to shorten them. So if you have your letter and you know what is contained in the letter, what you're expected to do, and what you're going to receive, there will be no issue about how you're going to receive the allowances. And then we will also be sure that with the identification we'll give to you and the letter, you are the right person to be in that polling unit. That means
all right, thank you so much. All right, we have been speaking with the Chief Press Secretary to the Chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Rotimi Oyekanmi, who joined us live from Abuja to bring us up to speed as regards preparation for Kogi and Bayelsa polls. Many thanks once again for joining us. Well, moving on now. As Nigerians in Kogi and Bayelsa State get ready to elect the governors on Saturday, President Muhammadu Buhari has made a strong demand for exemplary conduct of non-partisanship on the part of election and law enforcement officials in the two states. In a statement signed by the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu, the President said all stakeholders must carry out their functions with fairness and transparency without hindrance, without fear or favor. He called on voters in Bayelsa and Kogi State to exercise their franchise in a peaceful and orderly manner and in line with the laws in all situations. The statement said the President urged law enforcement officials to ensure that citizens are allowed to vote without harassment and intimidation, and any attempt to steal or hijack ballots should be stopped using all legal means. It said in all democratic elections there are bound to be winners and losers, and the elections in Bayelsa and Kogi State will not be different. And that's our update at this time. I am Justin Akadanye. Many thanks for watching. The Buzz continues.